All right, unboxing the new Latitude Tail Light license plate holder, 40256. I wanted the 40258, which is just being clear instead of red. The more I thought about it, the other lights are probably going to be red, and the other one wasn't in stock anywhere, so I went ahead and went with the red lens and black housing. So this housing here will be black. Open the box up. There's the black license plate holder. Underneath has some bolts, hardware, and accessories. Here in the right hand side was a lighting adapter harness, and then the light. Also, this is the one that has the Light Strike app that you can set up the tail light to do different things, I guess, while you're braking. It lights up in different formats or functions. And going on a 2019 Road Glide. That's the old one. And we've already replaced the front lights. Got rid of the big circles, which is why I wanted to go to this new tail light to once again get rid of the big circles and clean up the back of it. So it says you got to take the seat off, get underneath, do some wiring. I don't have a jack, so I don't know exactly how difficult this is going to end up being, for the fact that I'm going to pretty much be laying on the floor. More to come. All right, so I got the first piece installed. Cabling coming down, I guess, goes to the hole. Underneath where this light here is, there is a hook coming around on this right side that the existing wire comes down and kind of goes behind that hook. When you're trying to unplug the wire from behind here, make sure you get it out from around behind that hook first. And it frees up the slack at that point. Makes it a little easier to get it out. And then I used just a hook to go up to the top one. You can get to the bottom with your finger, but the top one's a little more difficult. Doing this from the ground, a little bit of a pain. Not a whole lot of room to get up in behind, and you pretty much have to lay on the ground. I've been trying to use a mechanic's roller, but it's still just a little bit too high, and this is one of the low ones. Goes to the ground. So beyond that, once this is kind of there, it's pretty easy to get that there. Just getting the old one off, as took half-inch socket. That fit. So that fit up in there fairly easily. A little bit of maneuvering, but that was able to get that off. And then once I got it close, I transitioned over to that one and just used that to kind of roll the nut or the bolt out of the existing light. All right, so we're on. Before you put the license plate on, make sure you don't put the housing of the license plate. Don't do any of that till you get the actual light and everything on. There's a note in there that you'll do that afterwards. Right behind the license plate, there's a bolt that's going through. There's a bar that goes underneath that ties to the stud that was originally there that was holding the wire clamp. So when you take the old light off, you're going to pull that bolt off of that nut off of that stud. There's a clamp that's holding that wire. You're going to reuse that clamp to run this wire through that clamp. So once you get this on, you'll run the wire down through the license plate holder, not the license plate outside exterior piece. Or right behind it, there's a rubber piece. Runs down behind that, runs through the hole. You'll put the bar on, bolt through, nut on the original stud, and then the wire runs around, comes around to the side of the bike, comes right up through. Let's see if you can see right where my finger is. That's the existing wire. If I can get that to zoom in there. That's the existing wire back in there. So it's coming up behind that spacer from the fender, and then it pops out right behind the bracket here for your antenna. So it's actually running at that point it's out and running along the edge with the old wire. Pop the side cap off, and right here is a hole, but that's all encompassed back in behind that. Right underneath here is a very small gap where the existing wire here runs back behind. Make sure you go up. There's a gap here, but make sure you're running up behind your shock adjuster. And then you can get your finger down in here and then get the wire started up underneath. You can feel the end. Get the end through, and then what I did on this housing, I pulled this PBT bracket back, put the new harness underneath it. This is the harness adapter here and here, the new adapters. Put that basically in that gap right there, and then reattached here, and then folded. My new line is folded down in there with this the old line kind of holding it in place. I'll have to go back and fix that, but so anyways, folded it up right there, and then that's it. There's the app. Like I said, this one has the app, so when you put your turn signal on, you can set different parameters on the turn signal. When you first turn it on, you can set up that it does different things in the boot up phase. So while the bike is booting up, it does different things there. Then running light, you can set the brightness of the physical running light. When you turn the blinker on, you can set up different, there's like 10 different variations of blinker. There's 10 different variations of boot up. So turn the blinker back off, go right. You can see it doing the same thing going to the right. I haven't actually hit the hazards yet. Let's see. So hazards flashing both. Now I did notice that I have a ground noise that I didn't have before. So I don't know why I'm getting the grounding noise. It's fairly noticeable. Even from here, I can still hear it. See if I can turn the lights off. Doesn't really light up the license plate all that well, but it's lit, so I guess it's legal. All right, that's pretty much it. All right, final product of the tail light install. Turn the bike on. That's it.